few months ago, Snort's Special Gift, a new children's book about pet loss, was released, and it's already making headlines, so to speak, but it's even more special for folks in the QCA because the author, Suzann Wancket-Yue, has local ties, and she joins us now this morning to talk about this fabulous book. I don't know how much we can prop it up, but tell us about the story, where it came from, because it's actually about your family.
Right. It's a true story about our family. And we had our dog Snort for 10 years, and losing her was devastating. There were not a lot of books out there to help prepare children to say, we're going to take Snort to the vet and we're never going to see her again. And my vet encouraged me. She goes, Suzann, I think you really should write this book because I think veterinarians will love to refer this to their patients and stuff to help them grieve. And so it was kind of a therapy for our family, but it's helping so many other families, because when I tell, oh, my dog passed away, and I can just see the tears roll from other families who have lost their dog, and I'm like, I'm not the only one hurting here. And so hopefully my story can kind of help a little bit during that process.
Well, and especially I would think with kids, if you look at the pictures, the illustrations are absolutely beautiful, by the way. But her children are very young when this is happening.
Right.
How old were they? And, you know.
Yeah, well, Savvy was like 5, and we didn't have Sonny at the time because we had to adopt him. But I added him to the story because he is part of our story, and plus we end up getting another dog down the line, and he's part of this dog's life. And I wouldn't feel right if Sonny wasn't in the picture. But I think Savvy was like 5 and a half, 6 years old, and it's so hard for her to understand. And that was her dog, her protector, her animal, and to lose that was just a piece of our family gone. Yeah.
What is your advice to parents besides read the book and learn how to deal with it? But I mean, just having come from this situation, what is your advice?
I think being honest is the dog is getting older and is getting ill, and I think the key to it, because it's hard for us too as adults to see the suffering, and I think the suffering part is so important that the kids understand that we don't want them to suffer anymore, and this is the process of life. You know what I mean? And I think if you have a pet, my first love of my life was losing a dog, and my first absolute loss of life is is my first love. You have your dog, you lose your dog. It was devastating as a young child. I think it kind of helps you through the process as an older person. How you learn to grieve is how you handle a lost pet, because sometimes it's your first loss. So I think just being open and getting certain books out there to kind of help work through this, and I have a worksheet at the end of the book that the family can fill out, so it doesn't just end with our story.
And where can we get the book, real quick?
Barnes and Noble.
All right, so it is available at major bookstores, which is wonderful.
Exactly.
And you want to probably say hi to your parents this morning.
Hello.
So thank you so much for coming in with this. Like, it's a very, very special story for anyone, especially if you've had a pet that you've loved and lost, and and someone that's going to be becoming a new mom shortly. I know it's something I'm going to have to deal with very soon.
Congratulations.
So I recommend getting the book, and we thank you for coming this morning.
Thank you.
And let's take a look outside at this chilly Tuesday morning.